To the Acting CEO report, which is now open for discussion. Do you want to add anything, Jane?
Only a couple of things. At long last, I got it out in time to get it out with the agenda, so you've had more time to look at it. Secondly, there was a memo went out to mayor and councillors yesterday with the map on the building from Peter Sparrow, the building control director. And thirdly, you'll see in the report, it was rather embarrassing to have submitters say we'd lost boxes. We've found the boxes. So that's all.
Seconds, is any debate or questions? Councillor Yanni.
Just questions. The issue with the traffic in, I'm just trying to find a page, sorry, is page 3 of your report. I think it's 25 in the agenda. The Addington traffic plan, again, there still seems to be no recognition of a strategic traffic strategy for this area or a plan. So I know we've been given some very specific things, but I think what was asked for about 3 years ago was a very discrete strategic thinking about traffic through Addington. So the question I have is, how do we get that progressed so that we don't get a whole bunch of ad hoc development that the traffic network can't actually cope with? Okay, so I'll move that the council request staff, and I hate to put urgency in, but it is kind of urgent because of the development. Request staff to develop a strategic transport plan for the wider Addington area. Okay. Sure. Right. So it's, yep. So wider Addington and Lincoln Road area. So have you guys got that? Do you want me to rephrase that? Great. Does anyone wish to second that?
Well, it's not a debate, but it's really pointing out that the Community Board have already asked for a widening of the report, and I'm sure that'll be forthcoming. I've no problem with Council asking the same, but I understand the staff are working on widening the information that Yanni's referring to.
And then I just had a second question around the Colombo Street Distribution Centre. How soon can we get that up and running? Okay.
I'll just pick up on Councillor Clearwater's comment. We don't want to double up, so if you think there's something already happening, could we change it to investigate work underway and report back when it can come to Council?
I'd very much like it to be worded that way because, in fact, I'm pretty certain that it is underway and we don't want to double up. So,
When's it coming back, Terry?
Right, we'll come back to you with time frame.
Because
So that will come back to you, Yanni, and at the next month, at the latest.
great.
Okay, in terms of what's underway, when it's going to be before the committee, etc. You also asked about the distribution centre in Beckenham. How soon can that happen?
And I'll come back on that.
Okay.
And just the final point from me is just obviously we've seen that quite close to one of our sister cities, they've had a major natural disaster in terms of a landslip. And I really just wanted to place on record a request to our Acting Chief Executive to make contact and offer any support that we may be able to as an organisation. I think certainly for me it does bring back a lot of the experiences we had in the earthquake, and we had a huge generosity of support from around the world and particularly our sister city in Seattle. So I just want to say that, I think as a council, our thoughts are with that community and with those local councils, and anything that we can do to help them in their time of need, I think we should be looking at. So if you could just take that on board, Jane, I'd really appreciate it.
It's just a given. Yep. Jimmy.
Oh, thank you. Two questions. The Appendix A on 26, the Southwest Library and Service Center. CEO, you mentioned on the list of major facility. So which channel we can see this information? Because this report didn't show.
Come on this, come back as
committee.
part of this report.
Okay. And second is Appendix B on page 28. Community center, I would like to point out, actually this center has been shut down for more than 3 years. Only the ballroom at the moment is open. Just small portion of the center is open. Just want to let everybody know. Yeah. Thank you.
Anything else on the CEO report?
Yes.
You're not allowed to talk from behind the chair.
Just with respect to levels of service, particularly in the New Brighton area, I've just expressed an opinion that really there are some concerns down there, particularly in the there's been issues with graffiti and toilets that have gone remediated for over 3 weeks at times. And there just seems to be a lack of communication between the tenants there who have to communicate with the library and the library who then communicate with whoever else does it, and it just doesn't happen. There are some quite serious communication lines with levels of service in and around the pier building, so I'd like to see those addressed. Yeah.
Month or to you directly?
Either or, I don't mind.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, in that case, did somebody move this? I think somebody did. Oh, yes, you did. Good on you. Okay, no further discussion. I'll put it. Those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Carried. And we've done the Hagley Ferry.